This is the Royal Flying Doctor's headquarters in Mount Isa. This is the Beechcraft that I flew to Sydney on. Configuration inside is a little different. I was more up the front and the other guy was more up the back, but essentially the same. This can commemorates the founding of Mount Isa. It's been moved, of course, because there's now a dirty great hole. Mount Isa is a city in the Gulf Country region of Queensland. It came into existence because of the vast mineral deposits found in the area. Mount Isa Mines is one of the most productive single mines in world history, based on combined production of lead, silver, copper and zinc. The town has an estimated population of 18,588 as of 2018. It is the administrative, commercial and industrial centre for the state's vast northwest region. The population has decreased moderately, an average rate of about 3% year on year since 2018. Although situated in an arid area, the artificial Lake Mundara, which is 19 kilometres north of the city on the Leichhardt River, provides both drinking water and an area for water sports, bird watching and recreation. The locals often refer to the place as the Isa. Due to the lead production in the city, Mount Isa has one of the most intensive air quality monitoring systems in Australia. Concerns have been raised over childhood lead contamination and air pollution within the city. The Mount Isa mines in particular is the source of most contamination. The Mount Isa Rodeo has been held since 1959. It's reputed to be the biggest in the Southern Hemisphere. Unfortunately, that was the time we arrived in the place and found it quite difficult to get accommodation on our outward journey. On the way back it was much easier. The site of the Mary Kathleen town now only has roads with concrete pads, and it can be accessed as an overnight camp from the Barkly Highway. Mary Kathleen was first settled during the 1860s. Uranium was first discovered at Mary Kathleen by Clem Walton and Norm McConaughey in 1954. The deposit and township was named after the late wife of McConaughey. Prospecting and exploitation rights were subsequently on-sold, and in 1955, Rio Tinto Mining formed Mary Kathleen Uranium Limited to develop a mine and service town. An architect-designed town grew during 1956 to 58 with reticulated water from a dam known as Lake Corella. The town of Mary Kathleen is 6 kilometres away from the mine and was built around a shallow valley with a post office, cinema, sports ovals, a school, banks and a community store. The state school was opened in July 1956. Temporary hospital facilities and a community store in March 1957, and May 1957 saw the first water pumped from Lake Corella Dam. By 1961, approximately 1,000 people lived at the new township. The Australian Broadcasting Commission transmitted to Mary Kathleen via its relay station ABMKQ, which was shut down when the town was abandoned in 1982. Mary Kathleen was very much a planned model township, blending with its surrounding environment. 2 years later, however, with contracts filled, the mine and township temporarily closed. When the mine reopened in mid-1974, the population of Mary Kathleen subsequently grew from 80 in August 1974 to 700 in August 1975, and peaked at about 1,200 in 1981. During its second life, existing private and community structures and services were revamped and augmented by new additions provided principally by Mary Kathleen Uranium Mining Limited and the Cloncurry Shire Council. In 1954, a significant uranium deposit was discovered at the site. A sales contract with the United Kingdom Atomic Energy Authority was signed in 1956. Mining commenced at the end of 1956, and a treatment plant was commissioned in June 1958. The project was developed by Mary Kathleen Uranium Limited at a cost of $24 million. MKU was formed to develop the uranium deposits, and work was soon commenced constructing the township mine and dam on the nearby Karela River. The ore was mined by open cart method and processed on site. By 1963, the major supply contract had been satisfied ahead of schedule, and large reserves of ore lay at grass. Consequently, the works were closed down. The mine lay idle until 1974, when it was reopened. New supply contracts with Japanese, German and American power utilities prompted the reopening, with Mary Kathleen's second life extended to 1982, when the reserves were finally exhausted. With all contracts filled by late 1982, the township mine and mill were dismantled and the tailings rehabilitated by the end of 1984. Mary Kathleen became the site of Australia's first major rehabilitation project of a uranium mine, which was completed at the end of 1985. In 1986, this work won an award from the Institution of Engineers. The site became known for fossicking and gemstone collecting. This is the remains of the processing plant, and behind that are heaps of overburden. They just dumped it. Whoa! Not happy. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to go down below, click like and subscribe. And so it's Dovisenya until we meet again in the next episode.